Hello friendos, it's Bella from the Bookish Badger, and today I am here with my Cozyathon Wrap Up. So Cozyathon took place between February 1st and February 15th, and I finished 3 books within that time span, 2 of which I was already in the middle of, and I also started a couple of books. So the first book I completed during Cozyathon was one of the ones that I was already in the middle of, and that is The Ersatz Elevator by Lemony Snicket, and it is the 6th book in the series of Unfortunate Events series, and I just love Lemony Snicket's writing style, and I know it's Daniel Handler, but you know, under the pseudonym of Lemony Snicket, love his writing style. It is so funny and so unique and unusual, and the only thing I didn't like about it is, I gotta say, the pattern of the adults in this book is getting, or in these books, the series of books, is getting a little annoying at this point because it is very repetitive, but other than that, it was another fun read in the series, and I ended up giving it 4 stars. The next book that I completed during Cozyathon was another one that I was already halfway through, and it is Winter by Marissa Meyer. Now, of course, again, holding up Cinder because I do not own Winter in physical format since I listened to it on audiobook, but I gotta say, you guys, it was definitely by far my favorite in the series. To me, there was a noticeable writing quality difference between Cinder and as it progressively went on until it ended up on Winter. And I loved the focus on Winter as a character because she's one of my favorite characters. I think she's just the cutest little thing, and her morals are so good and so pure, and I love her. And in this whole series, I just really was super into all of the political intrigue and how she as a writer took all these different fairy tales and made characters out of all these fairy tales and then wrapped all the characters in the fairy tales up to weave their stories together. It was just so cool. I would definitely recommend this series. I would definitely recommend Winter. If you kind of liked Cinder and you're not sure whether or not you want to keep on with the series, I would say definitely do that. I ended up giving it 5 stars. And the final book that I completed during Cozyathon, which again I don't have to hold up because again audiobooks, is Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler. This book, you guys, was such a cool concept, and it was a cool concept that was actually executed seamlessly, thank goodness. It's written in letter format, and it is a letter from a girl to her ex-boyfriend, basically explaining why they broke up, hence the title. I was really nervous going into this book that it was going to be another concept that I was head over heels with, and then I actually read it and it just falls flat, but luckily that was not the case for this one. And also, by the way, something about the audiobook is that the narrator's voice, in my opinion, is just so perfect for the main character. And anyway, this is overall just such a super interesting read, and I really recommend it. I think I ended up giving it 4 stars, but it's like a solid 4 stars, so go do that. And then there were 2 books during Cozyathon that I started but did not finish. The first of those books was Watchmen by Alan Moore. You will definitely hear my more in-depth opinions on this, 1, when I finish it, and 2, when my brother and I do our collab on each other's channels. I am just 1 issue into this, I believe. I think almost at the end of the first issue. First of all, I already figured out a major plot point, but that's besides anything. So far, I'm not in love, but it's like, okay. Like, the thing is, I think I just haven't really been in the mood to read it, so I haven't been able to get into it as much as I would like to, but further updates when I get further. And the last book of this video, and the last book that I started but did not finish, was Good Omens by Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett. So this one is the other one that I'm just not really in the mood for right now. Also, I think I'm kind of setting up a problem for myself because the main time I've been having to read physical books lately has been between like 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. so I'm not at my sharpest, and for a lot of the jokes in this book you kind of do have to be at your sharpest because I started it and got like 15 pages in, and then I was like, whoa, I just don't remember anything that happened because I was too tired every time I read it. So I started it over and I was like, wow, look at all of those things I didn't catch. So yeah, I'm just not in the best spot for reading this right now, but I plan on picking it back up when I have a little bit more time because I really want to like this one, and so I really want to get back to it. As for the Cozyathon challenges, there were some I completed and some I didn't, but that's a good thing about Cozyathon is that it was super low pressure as far as completing any challenges went. So the ones I completed were reading a book with red or pink on the cover, and that was fulfilled by both Erzat's Elevator and Why We Broke Up, and I read a book about love or relationships, and that was fulfilled by both Winter and Why We Broke Up, and I kind of watched a Disney adaptation of the fairy tale retelling I was reading because I read Winter, which is a fairy tale retelling of Snow White, and one day ABC Family was just playing Snow White like for 24 hours that day, so I caught like bits and pieces of it. If that counts, I don't know if it does, but we'll say it will. And then for the other ones, I read Until Midnight, which was like the Cinderella date one, because like I said, a lot of my reading is very late at night, and I kind of took a walk while listening to an audiobook. I took walks through my house while I was listening to the book, so we'll go with that one. And I definitely read wrapped up in a blanket because I just do that a lot when I'm reading, and I had kind of a reading date with a friend. I mean, I went to a comic book shop with my brother Q and we read while we were there, so that works. And I bought myself a Bookish present. I bought myself the Bookie box, which I actually did an unboxing for right here on my channel, and I will leave a link to that down in the description box if you have not seen it yet. Alright, that is pretty much it for this video. I would love to hear if you guys participated in Cozyathon or were interested in Cozyathon or might do the next Cozyathon, or if you liked Cozyathon, or if you read any of the books that I read or want to read any of them, or if you have any recommendations for me based on those books. All of it, any of it, please leave it in a comment down below. If you enjoyed this video, do not hesitate to give it a thumbs up, do not hesitate to subscribe for more content coming soon, and I will see you in the next video. Bookish Badger, signing off.